Hey, 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 Assalamu Alaikum. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Coach Naima, guiding you through the mindset, faith, and strategy that you need to build a life and business that you're proud of. Welcome to Unveiled Real Women, Real Talk, where faith meets fire and business is bossed up. Well, here we dismantle mental and emotional barriers, manage those sneaky saboteurs, and create powerful business strategies that elevate every part of your life. Are you all ready? Bismillah. Let's rise. All right, so today, guess what? I want to ask you something. Have you ever felt like, well, you know what you're meant for, but you're not quite there yet? Your life doesn't really reflect what you want it to reflect, right? And you keep acting and showing up, but you're not really her, right? And that version of her that you've been looking for is right inside of you. Well, today we're starting a 12-week journey and what it truly means to become the elevated Muslimah. Okay. And no, this isn't about perfection or any of that stuff because we know that perfection is solely with Allah. But this is about alignment. It's about your identity. It's about becoming the woman that Allah has already placed inside of you, right? And so, who is the elevated Muslima? Well, she's not just a woman who prays. She's a woman who leads with her faith. She's not just building a business. She's building a legacy rooted in purpose. And she's not just reactive, she is intentional. I love that part. And not only is she not driven by pressure, but she's anchored in peace and she trusts in Allah's timing. Tawakkul. I mean, like, Allah's timing is always great, right? And a woman who's not driven by pressure and trusts Allah's timing, she is solely relying on that tawakkul. Okay, and here's the truth. Most people won't say, but elevation is not about doing more, elevating, going, oh, I need to do more, I need to do more. No, it's about becoming different. So it's a different version of you. And one thing that I want to emphasize in this first episode is if nothing changes, nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And the last time I'm going to say it again. If nothing changes, nothing changes. All right. So let's talk about the real reason that many of us feel stuck. Well, it's not a lack of strategy or a lack of ideas because we have tons of those, but it's the gap between who you currently are and who you are called to be. This is the gap. Who you currently are and who you're called to be. They are not the same person. And who you want to be is not who you are right now. That gap, this is where the saboteurs start talking. And you know, if you don't know about the saboteurs, they are constantly sabotaging your life and they're always sneaking up at times when we really don't need them, but they're always there. And this is where saboteurs start talking to you and they're saying things like, oh, who do you think you are? Like, um, you're not ready yet, or what if you fail, or you know, um, you know, we can do that later, all of those things. Well, let me tell you, sis, those little voices in your head is not the truth. They're saboteurs. They're sabotaging you temporarily. They're conditioned patterns. So, for instance, if you are continuing to do something, and every time you get scared, you retreat or you go back into, um, you want to feel safe. So you go back into that mode of whatever it is that makes me feel safe. It's not changing you. It's just repeating the pattern. And so this is why you are where you still are and nothing has changed. But over this series, we're going to dismantle every single one of those pesky little saboteurs and untruths. All right. So why does this matter? Why does being and understanding who the elevated Muslima matter? Because here's what I want. Here's what I want you to know. Number one, there's a woman listening right now, right, who is tired of playing small. She is tired of second guessing, right? She's tired of second guessing herself, decisions, people, places, things. She's tired of starting and stopping, okay? The restless saboteur. Like you start something and then you stop and you don't complete it or whatever. But guess what? You're ready. You're ready right now. Not someday, not next year, not in 6 months, not A plus B or when A and then B. No, none of that. You are ready right now. And what I want to say to you is how you are going to find this elevation is number one, understanding what elevation is. And elevation is not loud. It's not loud. Elevation is not rushed at all. Elevation is waking up with intention. You already know what you're intending to do for the day. Making decisions from faith and not fear. Faith, like I'm gonna make this decision, and Allah, I know Allah's got me to walk Him. Not, oh, if I make the decision, I don't know what's gonna happen next, and you know, none of that. We're not doing any of that. We are making decisions with faith and not fear. We're becoming a business that doesn't cost you your peace. So if you're running a business and it's like you're stressed out all the time, that's not peace, right? And for some women who may be watching this, they're like, I don't have a business. You absolutely have a business. Your life is your business. You have to run it in the same way. Why? Because it needs standard operating processes. How do you wake up in the morning? How do you take care of your children? How do you take care of your husband? How do you take care of yourself? How do you cook a specific meal? When do you cook that specific meal? All of these things is a life, and the life is basically like business. It's the same thing. It's a SOP that you have to put in place in order for it to function. And when that SOP is off or something isn't functioning right and you keep getting the same bad, poor results, guess what? You got to change the operating system. And that's the same thing you have to do with your life. So you keep saying you don't have a business. You absolutely do. It is your life, right? So we're going to wake up again with intention. We're going to make decisions with faith and not fear. A business that doesn't cost you your peace, your life needs to be at peace. And you need to become a woman your future self is proud of. Become the woman your future self is proud of and do it now. All right. So, over the next 12 weeks, again, what I've talked about is we're going to be walking through who is the elevated Muslima, who is she becoming, how life and business are deeply connected. To say that they're not connected is so not true. How are they deeply connected? Because they are deeply connected, and how to step fully into your next level. Are you ready? Do you trust me? Do you trust that I can take you on this pathway? Do you trust yourself most of all? Because really, I'm just guiding you to the best part of yourself. You, in and of yourself, are the one that's going to take you to that next level. And by the end of the series, guess what? You will not be that same woman. I'm super excited for you. All right. And so go and grab a friend or two or three or four and get ready for this 12-week series. And again, this is all about showing up in alignment with clarity, with faith, and with business strategy. All right. So, sis, today, if today's episode spoke to you, come and get closer because what I want you to do is to join the life and business coaching membership, meaning that, hey, I can get help with my saboteurs every week, meaning that I don't have to worry about sabotaging my life anymore. Absolutely. Step into a community of women rising just like you. Women who need accountability, women who need to identify these saboteurs, women who need to know how to maintain their mental and emotional states so that they're not all over the place, so that the words of you're too sensitive or you're too whatever the people try to say on the outside, you're not focused on what they're saying. You're focused on how you are showing up and you're holding yourself accountable. And if you need some accountability, join us for the Lady Khadijah Institute weekly membership with Business Bossed Up. And don't forget, connect with us on the Facebook community, which is the Womb Group, the Woman Own $1 Million Business. And follow me on social media so we can stay connected throughout the week. And inside of the Womb Group, there's some great follow-up questions that are happening regularly, as well as, hey, what are your wins? What are your next moves? All of that good stuff. So, let's stay connected throughout the week, and I can't wait to share with you again this 12-week series. So, until next time, may your faith stay strong and your fire stay lit, and we'll see you on the next episode. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace out. Coach Naima.